Peace Collective, what is going on? Welcome to the channel. My name is Milan. I am an intuitive tarot reader and psychic medium. If you guys are new here to this channel, welcome. If you guys are returning, welcome back. It means the world to me each and every single time you guys join. Thank you guys times 1,000 for being here and for deciding to spend your time and your energy here with me in these readings. As you guys know, this is going to be another general collective reading. However, we're going to get into a special deep dive today. As you can tell by the title, we're going to look into the energy around the social media influencer, Ashlee Jenae, who recently passed away during a trip with her fiance, Joe McCann, in Africa. So please be advised, you guys, just as a quick disclaimer, this is not a fan page, a stan page, or anything of the sort. Everything in this reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes only, okay? If you guys are interested in readings that look more into celebrity culture, the entertainment industry, maybe sometimes politics, I've got an entire playlist already curated. It's called the Deep Dive Series. That's where you guys can find more readings just like this one. I do offer love readings, personal readings, birth chart. All that information is going to be in the description box down below, like always, okay? If you guys like the reading, you like the vibes here on the channel, it's absolutely free to leave a like, share if you care, subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you guys here, part of the family, okay? So I don't have a character card out for here for Ashlee Jenae like I normally would during my deep dives, because I didn't even know who she was, to be honest with you guys, until I heard about this very tragic news, okay? So I don't know her zodiac sign, her birthday, or anything like that. If you guys are familiar with who she is, you are more than welcome to put that information in the description box. But I'm just going to get a couple of oracle cards and some tarot to clarify a little bit later, just to see like what the energy was like between her and this man. And I believe his name was Joe McCann. He's like some type of millionaire, tech investor, cryptocurrency guy. So money goes a long way, okay? Money talks, bullshit walks, right? So, and you're in a whole nother fucking country, a whole nother continent, and all of a sudden this girl, quote unquote, offs herself. Okay, so we're gonna just tap into this energy really quickly and see what comes out. And again, you guys, I'm a medium first. I really just use the tarot and oracle cards to kind of help me decipher what it is that I'm feeling already. Okay, so what was the energy like? What was the vibe like between Ashlee Jenae, please, and her fiance during this trip or before this trip? What was the energy like between Ashlee Jenae, please, and her fiance before this trip or during this trip? And it's interesting because I'm already hearing a song, Can We Talk for a Minute? Girl, I want to know your name. So who sings that? Tevin Campbell, I think. That's an old song, but Can We Talk for a Minute? So it's kind of giving maybe there was isolation or separation between the two of them prior to this trip. It's kind of how it's coming through. If someone is asking, can we talk for a minute? It's probably because you're not talking, right? Oh, wow, look, here it is. Yep, isolation. Rejected, left alone. And you have self-inflicted here. And then you have consequences, okay? Bad choices, games, and mixed signals. So it's definitely giving me one of these two definitely didn't like to be rejected or feel like they were left alone. They didn't like not having communication with the other. Okay, who is this? Ooh, karmics. Oh boy. Okay, so you have karmics, third parties, haters, lesson learned, and masked, hiding, concealing, and deception. So there could have been isolation or separation between the two because somebody may have been sneaking and geeking around, okay? Feminine energy. Wow. Yeah, dealing with other women. Okay, what is this? Who is this? Who was dealing with other men or other women? Somebody here was messing around, okay? And that makes sense because the consequences of maybe dealing with other men or other women, cheating, lying, deception, would be to isolate, right? Okay, what is this? What was the current energy? What was the energy like, the vibe between her and her fiance prior or during this trip? So it almost feels like this trip was to make up for something. This could have been like a dream place. She's always wanted to go to Africa. Okay, Tanzania is where they were. But it could have been some type of like bucket list destination for Ashlee, Jenae. Okay, why is this here? What was the energy like between the two of them? Yeah, look, exhausted, burned out, burdened, and feeling empty. Okay, so she could have felt very like very alone, or and you even see like this guy, he's exhausted, maybe from traveling because he's got suitcases here. Yeah, 555 on the timer. This is giving me the energy of like he's always gone. He's always gone. So he could have been the type to travel a lot or be out of town a lot, working a lot, okay? So she could have just felt very exhausted, maybe not feeling seen, feeling heard, feeling appreciated possibly is what I'm getting from this. What was their energy like, please, prior to this trip? So it's like, yeah, I'm tired, I'm burned out. I'm tired of you making me feel alone. I'm tired of you dealing with other women, this, that, and the third. So it's like, okay, well, let me just throw some money at you. Hopefully this will work. You've always wanted to go to Africa, right? Boom, here we go. Let's go to Africa. Let's try to make up. Let's just try to work this out. It's kind of the energy I'm getting from this. Give me 1 second, guys. My lighting on my camera is very dim. Give me 1 second. Okay, my bad, guys. Yeah, and it's funny because even before I started this reading, when I say like the amount of distractions that were just going on, like before I even got to sit down and record, it was so frustrating. But yeah, let's see. What is this exhaustion? What was the energy like between her and her spouse or her fiance prior to this trip, please? Yeah, masculine energy, authority, discipline, and father figure. Something about Saturn. Someone could be a Capricorn in this dynamic or have Capricorn placements in this dynamic. Clingy. Oh, old exes, dead relationships, or old ways. Was this guy married before? Running, escape, denial, and excuses. You have clingy exes here. Dead relationships and old ways. So and he was significantly older than her. I'm not exactly sure how old he is, but if I'm not mistaken, I believe the girl, Ashlee Jenae, was like 30 or 31 or something like that. But it looks like the masculine energy in this situation had some clingy exes or never really let go of somebody from their past. Again, maybe was he married before? Please, you guys got to help me connect the dots because, again, I've never even heard of this woman. Seen her page, none of that before this incident. So yeah, what is this? And you know what I'm hearing too? I'm getting a download. It's as if she was trying to gain the strength to walk away from this. But it could have been very difficult or very hard for her to do, especially when you have become so accustomed to maybe a particular lifestyle, being worried or in fear that you won't be able to maintain a particular lifestyle if you don't have this person. Again, this guy, you know, well, at least he's portraying himself as a millionaire, someone who is, again, very heavily invested in like tech stocks, things like that, okay? Cryptocurrency and all that. So what was the energy like beforehand, before this trip? Hopeless. Wow, okay. Loss, depression, and it even says suicide. So again, it's like she could have felt very down, very sad, very isolated when it comes to dealing with this person, well, her fiance, before this trip. Now I know that that's exactly what they told us it was, her taking her own life basically. But something just still doesn't really feel right with this. And we are definitely gonna get into the true crime oracle with this, guys, okay, in a minute. But I'm trying to see what the energy was like before this trip really quickly, okay? So she was already kind of feeling sad and just not herself is what it's giving, you know? He could have been the type to get like verbally aggressive with her, is what I'm getting as well. And I'm saying that because the guy on this card, he's got like his hands kind of over his ears, where his ears would be underneath the hoodie. So it's like, please just stop yelling at me. Just please. I'm literally like seeing somebody in a corner, just like, would you please stop yelling at me? Would you please stop? Okay, wow. What is this? I'm hearing control freak. He could have been very much so of a control freak, okay? Maybe with this authority showing up here on this card. Someone who maybe exerts their authority in a particular fashion, even in their relationship, okay? But what was energy like between them before the trip? Please and thank you. Yeah, here it is again. Clingy, old exes, dead relationships, and old ways. And this is, again, connecting to the masculine energy, okay? Why is it here, please? What was energy like beforehand? Before the trip? Longing, you can't make this up. Missing you, let's talk, and a reunion. It looks like these people are meeting up over like a Christmas or Thanksgiving dinner or something. And yeah, it's giving. She could have caught him up more than once, okay? A few times. Dealing with other women or talking to other women, especially if there was like some type of ex here in the background. And she was like tired of it. Now there could have been periods where she kind of just let it slide. Maybe she would bring it up. Again, getting to this energy of like, stop yelling at me. Oh my gosh, like, I know what I saw. I know what I feel. It's kind of giving gaslighting. It's like she's viewing him as a gaslighter. And eventually it's like she got tired of that. She got tired of that. So it's like trying to figure your way out of the situation, but it's very difficult when you're already deeply involved. And again, you've gotten accustomed to this lifestyle. I don't want to say she was fully dependent on him, because obviously as a social media influencer, you're making money doing that, but she could have become very dependent on him, which in turn, again, makes it very difficult to leave a situation like this. But it's definitely given like she could have caught him, allegedly, entertainment purposes only, you guys, okay? I don't know anything. I'm just channeling, right? But it definitely feels like she could have caught him up telling an ex, I miss you, let's meet up, let's talk. Or this could have been someone he was dealing with before, asked him to stop doing that, and he kept dealing with this, whoever this woman is, okay, this person. Wow, okay. And then, oh yeah, and look, you have recharge at the bottom. I'm about to shuffle. Breathe, let go, clear your mind. Let's go take a trip. I hate not talking to you. I miss you. I'm really sorry. Can I make up for it? Blah, 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 blah. You always want to go here, right? Let's go. Come on, I have a surprise for you. I want to show you how serious I am. Let's go to Africa. And let's that could have been his form or his way of some type of buying her love back, okay? What is the energy before this trip? Oh yeah, here it is. Distance, divorce, ghosted, and separation. So I was just asking that. Was he married before? And it even says divorce, but during this trip, he proposed to her. I feel like she could have even wanted to reject it, to be honest. She could have wanted to reject the marriage, but, or I should say reject the proposal, but she could have been in fear that there were like consequences if she said no. I just heard like, I don't want to embarrass him, is what I just heard. I didn't want to embarrass him. Okay. What is this? What was energy like before this trip? So they were definitely like in separation. Yep, burned bridges. Here it goes. Disloyal, lack of trust, and turned your back on. Yeah, because she could be viewing him as a narcissist. And I already said like he could gaslight. He was the type to gaslight her. Egotistical, opportunist, and fragile. Yep, puzzled. So yeah, look, here it is. Chaos, upheaval, disaster, confusion. So again, it's like She's thinking things are one way because of the gaslighting, maybe lying, deception. Whole time, he's doing a bunch of other shit and it's creating chaos, disaster, upheaval. And here it is again, narcissist. Yep, and here it is, feminine energy again at the bottom. So it's like, you want me to be your wife, you want me to stick around, you don't like when I pull away and create distance. However, you won't stop dealing with whoever this feminine energy is, because this is not showing up as her. Yes, she obviously, you know, very beautiful girl, very beautiful woman. She was very young, but this woman is pregnant. I don't know if they had any kids, if this guy had any kids before being with her, but it's like, there's definitely another woman here, okay? And again, guys, I'm a medium first, so I can, if you've ever had a reading with me, then you know, but it's not hard for me to differentiate energies because it feels different. This is not her. Again, you've got puzzling, confusing energy, and then feminine energy. So him dealing with other women, and especially if he was getting married before or kept going back to the same person, she was not happy with that. She did not like that, obviously, you know. And then it's like, yeah, look, lust, greed, inconsiderate by any means necessary. It literally says lust. So he could have had a very lustful spirit over him that was very hard for him to satisfy. Jeez, okay. Let's see what else. I'm gonna get into another oracle deck, and yes, I'm gonna get into the true crime in a minute, you guys, but what was this energy like during this trip, please? So yeah, before the trip, it was already kind of fucked up, the energy between the two of them, burned bridges, she didn't trust him anymore, there was already distance. Okay, it's like there could have been, again, even certain things that she was hoping he would change, certain habits, behaviors, especially if there was like lustful energy attached to him. Just never changed, okay? I don't know how long she was with this guy, but long enough to try to wait and see if something would change, and then things don't change. But okay, what was the energy like during this trip, please and thank you? Oh, endorsement. Ooh. Looks like somebody making a bribe. You have this woman on this card giving this man money, and he's like, I don't want it. I don't want it. Persuasion, bribe, and temptation. So didn't I say a little while ago how this trip could have been used as a way to kind of buy back her love or affection or attention because it was pulled away from him? Okay, you have a woman, again, handing somebody money. Now, maybe not physical money, but a trip to Africa from America is probably not fucking cheap, okay? However long, a safari, trip destination, whatever the hell they were doing, it was not cheap, okay? And you have this guy on there saying, no, 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 I don't want it, I don't want it. And the woman keeps trying to offer him money. Now, I could connect that to a couple of things, but we haven't gotten there yet, so. What is this? Yeah, it's giving the energy like trying to buy her love back, and that just wasn't going to work anymore. She could have realized after a certain period of time, it's like, you know, I actually really care about him. I like this guy. I have feelings for him. So I need more than just money and nice things and jewelry and cars and trips. Like, I need more substance than that. So after a while, it could have become more than just superficial stuff, okay? Obviously, he was willing to propose to her, but what was the energy like during this trip, please? Coach, advice, obedience, and knowledge. Looks like a teacher on this card. Yeah, there was like not a lot of peace, not a lot of harmony. You have calm showing up in the reverse. Again, I get this vibe of just kind of being a little controlling towards her. The card even says obedience. It's like, obey me, do what I say. If you don't, then there might be some bad consequences, you know. Because mixed with this endorsement energy, again, it's like if you don't obey or do what I'm telling you to do, then, you know, you're not going to receive this or X, Y, and Z. You know, it became very controlling after a while. And I'm hearing it's like, how do I say this? It's kind of coming through like he wasn't like that before at first. So he could have really used some type of charm. Yes, the money factor, but he could have been very charming, very easy to talk to or get along with for her in the beginning. So it's like a whole nother version of him started to show up after some time. What is energy like during this trip, please? So still this energy of very controlling. What is this? Vow. Okay, wish, hope, and worship. It's like these kids are like praying or hoping for a tree house. Yeah, fury here. Damn, okay, that's crazy because she really could have been. Here it is, control. The marionette looks like somebody playing with a ventriloquist dummy. Dictatorship, domination, and reluctance. And then you have eternal love here. So it's like she knew if she was gonna marry him or stay past her welcome with this eternal love, it's like it would have only gotten worse. And you have fury. I told you he could be the type to kind of be like yell at her or be very verbally abusive, allegedly. And with her, it was giving after a while, like, I don't know if I can do this for much longer. Eternal love, that's like, you know, eternity, soulmate, consistency. But it was all about control is kind of what it's giving, you know. What is this vow? It's like she was praying to get up out of there, trying to pray her way out of this situation before they went to anybody's Tanzania or anything like that, okay? What is this energy, please? Alliance tried to show up, trust, honest, compatibility. What is this? What is the energy like between the two of them, please? What is this? Strategy. It's like she was trying to figure out a way out. Planning, prediction, and mind reading. Yeah, but she was very hesitant. Third wheel, here it is again. Totally different deck. Third wheel energy, enemy, distrust, flirtatiousness, and again, leaving her feeling very alone, very isolated, always wondering where he's at, what he's doing, why I haven't heard from you. Okay? Hesitation, and you have commitment, binding, obstruction, and contract. So, okay, I'm hearing Rick Ross. These haters can't hold me back. These haters can't hold me back. Okay, I don't know the name of that song, but that's what I'm hearing. But she could view him as somebody who was holding her back. Or in this case, with hesitation, decision, confusion, and worry, she was really trying to figure out the best, it's like an exit plan, the best exit plan, the best exit strategy, but it was very difficult for her to do. And part of her wanted to stay. The other half of her didn't want to stay. So she was really already contemplating fighting with herself about leaving before going anywhere. And it's definitely, again, because of this third wheel energy. There's always someone else. And there's two women on this card and one man, not the other way around, okay? So that tells me the masculine energy in this was the one sneaking and geeking around. And we already had clingy old exes show up with the masculine energy, again, making her feel alone, isolated. But, you know, here, oh, just go to the spa. Let's go get some drinks for yourself. Here's a couple $1,000s. Go treat yourself. I'm so sorry. And you have stubbornness here. It's like she didn't follow her intuition from a very long time ago. Yep, arrogance, selfness. It's like, nope, I don't want to believe it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. I don't even want to believe that that's what's going on. But that's exactly what was going on. Okay, and then you have the mask in reverse because it was revealed. It came out. She found out the truth. And again, I do feel like this was something that was kind of repetitive. It wasn't just like a one-time thing, sleeping around or dealing with an ex-girl of his. No, it was repetitive, you know. She stayed, tried to see if it would work, tried to see if he would change, and it's definitely giving it just never changed, okay? Jeez. Wow, okay, we're going to get into the True Crime Oracle as well, you guys. see what the hell really was going on when they were there during this trip. And then we're going to get to some tarot to clarify a little bit further, okay? Give me 1 second. All right, y'all, I'm back, but I apologize because you guys know, if you've ever had a reading from me or you watch my other readings, every time I get to channeling something very heavy or something that's important, my channels, my literal physical channels, my eyes, my nose will start to water. So I apologize for my nasally voice if that continues, okay? But y'all are not going to believe what's at the bottom of this true crime deck when I picked it up. Jeopardy music, you can take a second to guess, but what's at the bottom of this deck, you guys. Music, see this? Homicide was the first card at the bottom. I didn't shuffle or anything, so I'm going to shuffle and see what comes out. But for this to be at the bottom of the deck, the first card I'm seeing, okay, and then you have assassination here as well, okay? I'm not going to keep them. That's just what's at the bottom, but let's see, okay? Please give us clear and concise energy when it comes to what happened between her and her husband or her fiance, please and thank you, during this trip. What is this energy that occurred between Ashlee, Jenae, and her fiance during this trip? It's giving there like a fight or an argument. It's kind of how it's coming through. Oh, well, yeah, obviously, here it is. The death card, first one out. Yes, we know she's no longer here with us, unfortunately. Okay. Wow, jeez. What is this? What was the energy like between the two of them? What really occurred between her and her fiance during this trip? Marriage and wedding. Here it is. Like, literally, till death do us part is kind of what this is giving me, okay? And if you decide to do us apart, death may be a consequence, is what it's giving, okay? We know that they took this trip. He proposed to her there just for her to end up not alive like the next day. So, geez, okay. And again, I got the download of, quote unquote, I don't want to embarrass him. Okay, what was the energy like, please, during this trip? What actually happened, please? Burial? Oh, Lord. Okay. You have water here. Oh, and you have alive at the bottom. With water? Okay, so... Damn, you know what I'm getting from him? It's like he was really trying to figure out what the hell to do. It's like she was already alive. She was alive for a little while. It's kind of feeling like, is that true? Was she alive still for a little while before they announced her passing? Or did she go to a hospital? Like, was she found in the hotel or wherever this location was? Alive. And then you have burial. Okay. Water is like intuition, things that flow. It's as if like her blood was still flowing or something is how this is coming through. She was still alive before. Oh, burial. It's giving like he didn't know what to do. Like, oh wow, that's fucking terrible. Jesus Christ. Okay. I rebuke that energy. But crime of passion. And then you have burial, water. Like, I don't know what to do. Should I throw her in a fucking lake? Should I bury her? It's like trying to figure out what to do with the evidence afterwards. Oh. You have crime of passion. You guys know what that means. And look at this. You have affair at the bottom. I'm telling you, like, he was definitely dealing with the devil. Definitely some very serious lustful energy, a liar, a manipulator. Ooh. And again, guys, it kind of came through like, I don't really know what to do with her. Like, damn. Okay, I apologize if I paused for a second, you guys, but Yeah, and you have hesitation here, trying to figure out a game plan or a strategy, trying to figure it out. Should I do this or should I do that? Ooh, what the hell? The fact that that's even coming out says a lot. If she was still alive for a certain period of time, why not just take her to the fucking hospital? Why is this here, please? What, as far as the energy around this trip, during this trip, what happened, please? Surveillance. Oh, damn. Ooh-wee. I was not expecting that. And you have mail, motel, hotel. I'm assuming where they were staying out in Tanzania was some type of resort, okay, or very fancy, extravagant hotel situation. You have the male energy here showing up. And you have surveillance. Boy, you better hope they don't have your ass on camera. Maybe not on camera in the privacy of their suite of the room, but there was definitely some type of, you'll see him on camera. Like, oh wow, I just got a vision. I'm seeing him, like, looks like a very tall, stocky white guy. You know, I know what his face looks like. I know what he looks like. So it definitely is giving him pacing back and forth in a hallway. It's just what I'm seeing. Somebody pacing back and forth, thinking in a hallway. Again, I just channeled that, trying to figure out what the fuck to do next. I wouldn't, ooh-wee. And again, guys, I said earlier, I can probably connect this bribery, temptation, financially, energy to something else. I wasn't ready yet, but this makes a lot of sense. It's giving me like Diddy and Cassie. It's like, you pay somebody enough money to keep the surveillance video or the surveillance tape in your possession, they may just fucking give it to you and act like nothing happened. So I'm not saying that the crime is on camera, but you can see him on camera being frantic or trying to figure out what to do, pacing around. Ooh-wee. And this is not America where this shit happened, okay? They could give a damn about our politics here, our legal system. They don't give a damn. So you have a few $100,000 American dollars? Oh yeah, sure. Here's the whole security footage for the whole week. Keep it. Allegedly, entertainment purposes only. What is this? There's definitely something on camera. And here it is again. Alive? Secret. Yeah, it was like a secret that she was still alive. He didn't tell anybody that. Obviously, if she didn't go to a fucking hospital. What is this? It's giving crime of passion. And I keep feeling that she could have maybe only said yes for the social media purposes. But then once the camera was off, okay, it's like, actually, I don't think I want to do that. I don't think I want to get married to you. Allegedly. Wow. Oh, here it is. Organized crime. You can't make it up. Now, in this particular case, maybe not like mafia style, drugs and all that. However, if you are paying off government, police force, whoever the fuck, to cover up a crime, now you have involved other people in covering up a crime. I would say, okay, yeah, organized crime. 3333 on the timer. Wow, okay. And then with death here, marriage, wedding. Girl, intuition. Yep, her intuition. Yeah, and she definitely regrets not following her intuition, because she could have been tapped on the shoulder by the universe a long time ago to either not accept this trip or to not even go back to him after finding out the first 1 or 2 times he was dealing with other people. Yep, here it is, legal proceedings. Wow. So this could end up, depending on what's going on with the government down there in Tanzania, if they're even bothering to look into this. Obviously, of course, it could go to court, but if I'm going to be real with you guys, I don't know if they have extradition laws over there in Tanzania in agreement with the United States, but she's very concerned or worried about him kind of getting away scot-free. What is this? What happened to her, though? What happened to her? What happened to you? Like, what did he do to you? What happened to you? You have child here. Ooh, that feminine energy. Oh, shit. It did have a pregnant lady on the card. What did he do to you, though? What did he do to you? Party? Imprisonment. Oh, damn. Oh, I don't want to say that. Because you know what I'm seeing, you guys? I'm having a vision of somebody like, well, it doesn't look like her, but I'm assuming it's her because it's a brown-skinned girl, really long, dark hair. But I can't see her face. But it's like someone stumbling in a hallway. Like, okay, you know what this reminded me of? Kanika Jenkins. If you guys are familiar with that story, Kanika Jenkins, she was found in a fucking hotel freezer. But she was on camera, literally stumbling through hallways, bumping into walls and shit like that in what? A hotel. After some type of party. Now, I'm not saying that Ashlee, Jenae, and her husband were at a party, but it's kind of giving like maybe there were some type of drugs or alcohol involved, allegedly, entertainment purposes only. Damn, cause she pregnant or something? What is this? What did he do? What did he do? What happened to you? Oh wow. What is this? Dating, man-made disaster, injustice. Ooh-wee. A man-made disaster is definitely something that was caused on purpose. It wasn't an accident, okay? And you have dating here, injustice. So obviously these two were dating. He proposed to her. So there's some type of justice coming through, and you did have imprisonment come through. So I feel like she's going to make it a point in the spirit realm. Like she's not going to rest until he gets some type of justice. Accomplice, partner in crime, and then you have regret again. What is this? Oh, travel. Obviously they traveled, okay, across overseas. What is this? No, I'm not saying like he planned this trip just to get her up out of here, but it kind of feels like things really went left while there. And again, I feel like she could have rejected his engagement proposal once the cameras were off. You know? Because again, I kept hearing, I don't want to embarrass him. But girl. Tunnel. And greed. Here it is. Yep. Money. Being greedy. You have tunnel. That kind of gives me the vibe of like something being hidden or underground. Not seen. Yeah. Home. Egotism. So yeah, there's something here about money involved. Damn, that would really, really be sad. That would really be sad. Now, I'm pretty sure, like, her family back here in the States are trying to do what they can to try to enact some type of justice. But again, this crime happened in a whole nother country, another continent. If you go back to, I forgot the girl's name. I feel like it's Shanquella Robinson. Please, I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing her name. But the girl that went to Mexico with her friends, and she ended up passing away before she ever made it back to America. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the Mexican government was working in connection with the American government to get them locked the fuck up. So what my issue is with this, though, I feel like there was a lot of money involved that may not bring this back to the States, possibly, allegedly, okay? There are going to be some type of legal proceedings that come from this. What is this? Assassination. There it is. In meeting. Yep. Dismemberment. And again, I mentioned earlier, yeah, here it is. Family, dismemberment, abuse, and neglect. I even said that before. Like, he could have been the type to, like, verbally abuse her. I'm not getting physical abuse, but it's definitely giving, like, verbal abuse. Making somebody feel less than, or making somebody feel small, okay? And I asked specifically, what happened to her? What happened to you? You have assassination again. And wasn't this at the very bottom of the deck, you guys? before I even started shuffling. And you have meeting. So it's like, it's fucking crazy, because it's like before calling an ambulance, getting her into a hospital somewhere, it's like he could have been trying to figure out what to do with like multiple other people, or telling people like, hey, I need, what do I do with this? How do I figure this out? Or, hey man, like something just happened real bad. Like, I don't know what to do. And again, I mentioned earlier how he could have been trying to figure out between like, should I bury this girl? Should I just throw her in the fucking river? Should I do this? Should I do that? Like, child, ooh-wee. And there was definitely some type of money involved to keep this kind of on the hush hush, or at least for some type of surveillance footage to be removed. And look, you can't make it up. Here it is, cover up. Greed, money, finance. Again, this guy, you know, he's pretty well off, okay? And you've got cover up here with greed. Damn. So, I mean, shit, if you can buy off judges and lawyers and prosecutors here in the States, I'm pretty sure you can do it in other countries and continents too, okay? Oh, look, you have drugs, poison, fraud, and then here it is, the suicide card. Now, that's what we're supposed to believe. We already saw assassination twice. And I mentioned before, drugs and poison could have been involved, or drugs and alcohol. Because I had a vision of a girl stumbling in a hallway. And then again, with fraudulent energy, that's probably somebody lying, scheming, scamming. Again, money involved. With the suicide, okay, it's probably fraudulent. It's probably not true, right? Allegedly, entertainment purposes only, okay? Wow, jeez Louise. And then here it is, the cleanup, strangulation. If I don't remember if that's exactly what they said, how she was found. Was she found kind of hanging or something? But that's the cleanup. That was the cover up. That was the cleanup. Let's leave her hanging. You know, don't throw her body away. You know, make it look like she offed herself. Oh, geez, Louise, this is crazy. And that might have been the cleanup, the cover up, okay? Let's get out of that. We're going to get to some tarot, though, you guys. This is making any sense to y'all. Definitely leave a like, share if you care, okay? I'm going to use a particular deck that can be read in the upright or the reverse. If it falls out in the reverse, it's just going to stay that way, okay? But yeah, this is very interesting. You know what I'm hearing too? This is really interesting, but I'm hearing like just someone screaming like, no, just no. Like, I don't know what that's about. I'm not really getting like a clear vision with that, but I'm just hearing like someone just screaming like, no, no. Like, in regards to what? I don't know. To the suicide thing? Is that what it is? So it's like, no, that's not it. No, I did not off myself. No. Wow. Okay. Oh shit. And you have the devil here at the bottom. Oh wow. Damn. The devil in the upright? My goodness. Okay. Yeah, it's as if she was like not in the right state of mind. It's like being inebriated, or Two of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. The devil with the Ace of Swords is definitely like someone who lies, manipulates, or confuses energy. If not, it's like having something done to your mental space, or your mental space being altered, okay? And Two of Pentacles is definitely confusion, okay? But let's see. What is this? What was his energy, please? What's his name? Joe McCann or something like that? John McCann something. I think it's Joe, but what is his energy like? What was his energy like during this trip? What was his energy, please? Specifically? Oh, Knight of Wands in the reverse. Hurried, chaos, frustration, scattered energy, anger, careless. And didn't I say before, I kind of had a vision of him pacing up and down a hallway, frustrated, trying to figure something out. Scattered energy all over the place. Should I do this? Should I do that? Like, What was his energy like during this time, please, and thank you. Wow. 6 of Wands. Huh. Award, victory, confidence, public recognition. So he liked the attention. Maybe obviously not so much with her passing. You don't want attention on you with that. But the social media attention, public recognition. I don't know whose idea this was to be like a social media couple, but again, with his energy, he could be very egotistical, okay? That's why maybe she's saying, I didn't want to embarrass him, because he has a very heavy ego, okay? What was his energy, please, during this time? Please and thank you. Oh shit, okay. You have the sun here. Yeah, he liked attention. He could be a Leo, an Aries, Leo, Sag. You have the Fool. New beginnings, innocence, spontaneity, positive, happiness, success, joy, all is well. So he was very like, it's weird because he was very happy with her, but she wasn't happy with him. Hence why he wanted to marry her and kind of like keep her stuck, keep her controlled in a way. Because he knew like anybody would love to have her. Anybody could have her. Wonder, adventure, free spirit. So, you know, he's an older gentleman. I don't know exactly how old he is, but he has a very young spirit, which could have, you know, kept her around or attracted her to him in the first place. But it's almost as if like she was some type of come up for him. Now, granted, he was already pretty wealthy and successful, but honestly, I think it was his idea to put the both of them on like a very public platform and get money or recognition for their interracial relationship and things like that, because he likes the attention a lot. Not saying she didn't like attention, because obviously she was a social media influencer. However, when it comes to their relationship, this feels like he wanted the attention. This is a great way to make money. People love white guys with black girls. Like, you know. What is his energy like? 6 of Cups in the reverse. Carelessness again showing up. Unforgiving, cynical, past experiences. So again, he never let go of somebody from his past. It's very clear. 5 of Pentacles, here it is. Damn, so that makes sense. Insecure, hardship, poverty, financial loss. Do you know, that's so fucked up, because it's like this girl is dead and gone now, and like all you're worried about is not having the social media money anymore. That's what you're worried about. Or again, there could have been some type of, again, I'm not saying he was, you know, everyday regular schmegular broke, right? But he could have been experiencing some type of losses financially, and this was a way for him to recoup those financial losses through means of social media, exploiting the relationship, okay? Doesn't mean he didn't really care about her or like her, but still, you know. What is this? What's his energy like? Please and thank you. Ooh. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. Problems, financial loss, lack of stability, okay? Failure, lack of resources. So he was very worried about finances and money. And again, this is like a 10 of Pentacles broke. So it's not like your, again, everyday regular person broke. Like this is somebody maybe quote unquote broke to them is being a millionaire instead of having $20 million. You know what I'm saying? So he was feeling it. So this was his way of kind of recouping that by exploiting the relationship. Three of Swords, recovery after loss, healing, release, optimism, and forgiveness. So he was very like optimistic and excited about marrying her, or at least I guess how you want to say it, keeping control over her. He was really hoping that she forgave him for all of his infidelity and being an attention whore, whatever, dealing with other women, or again, going back to something from his past. So I said before, like this guy could have been married before. Again, I don't know if he has kids or not. I don't want to say that, but definitely someone who was still attached to his past, maybe an ex-wife or something to that degree. And he was hoping this trip, this adventure with this Fool card and the 10 of Cups would heal their relationship, or again entice her to want to marry him, because if I take you to your dream place, marry you, propose to you, then you'll see how serious I am about you. But I feel like she really could have rejected him, if I'm going to be honest. Which here it is. Oh, wow, you can't make it up. Yep, the Empress in reverse. She really could have said yes for the camera, said no when the cameras were off in privacy, with the Empress in reverse, which had caused him to be what? Disorganized, scattered. This is the third card that says careless. This is violence, the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Unpredictable and impulsive. Oh, you don't want to marry me? You don't want to marry me? You're still not over the third party situations? I thought you forgave me. I thought we were good, blah, blah, blah. You don't want to marry me? Oh, you know, and again, in the midst of possibly, allegedly, drugs and alcohol being involved, okay? Oh. The World, yep. Ending of a cycle, travel, wholeness, integration, completion, success, and an accomplishment. And he was, you know, wanted to go viral. He's definitely the one who wanted to go viral, be seen, use the social media tactics to make more money, to maybe recoup or to make up for losses that he may have taken in the tech field or cryptocurrency, whatever. The Strength card, courage, passion, influence, power with the Strength card. So again, heavy Leo energy here. And I keep seeing this Eight of Swords in the reverse. I'm telling you, he could have really tried to pay his way out of this situation, releasing negative thoughts, freedom. This is literally like someone not going to jail or being released from jail. It's like, do you even feel bad? I don't see any sadness cards. The Three of Swords is in the reverse, which is, again, recovery from loss, healing. It's like you may not even be brokenhearted anymore. Obviously, he's not happy about it, but he was very selfish. Greed with this Nine of Cups in reverse. Indulgence, materialism. And again, he did not like her holding back from him. Five of Pentacles, feeling, again, isolated, rejected. Two of Swords, yeah, blocked, indecision, hard choices, coming to a crossroads. And I told you, he was confused, didn't know what to do. Should I go left with her body? Should I go right with her body? What should I do? Do I call the police? And she could have, again, like, rejected him or became very indecisive after telling him yes in the first place, just to tell him no later. But she was falling out of love with him. Cold, obsessive, manipulative, moody. And I asked specifically for his energy. So it's like she's viewing him, or I should say, Joe McCann was viewing her as someone falling out of love with him, didn't want to marry him. And he became, you know, a little obsessive, very moody and very volatile. Again, we had that unpredictable, violent energy with the Knight of Swords. So he does not take rejection very well. He might be able to take no for an answer in business, but when it comes to this woman, he did not take no or rejection well at all, even knowing he was wrong for certain things. Yeah, he wanted to start over and start fresh with her, with the Lovers and the Ace of Wands, but wow, this is not good. This is not good. Hold on a second, guys. But yeah, oh my gosh. Ugh. I don't have any regret cards here, like none of that. If, to be honest with you, I hate to say this, but this kind of may play the groundwork, or leave the road open for him to have a new beginning with whoever he's still attached to from his past. Not saying that was like his goal or his plan before they got there, but this is almost kind of giving like this is my way out to go back to whoever I was with before. Again, maybe he was married or in a long-term commitment before, even knowing this girl, Ashlee, Jenae. Wow, and it's like, well, it's like going on a new path or starting over. The Six of Cups in reverse. And again, she didn't really ever forgive him. She could have came back, entertained it, you know, stuck around, but internally she never really forgave him for the infidelity, lying, gaslighting, all that stuff. Okay, I'm gonna need a couple more for her energy specifically. Okay, with Ashlee Jenae, what does she want to say, or how is she feeling? Please and thank you, Ashlee Jenae. What is her energy like, or what was her energy like at the time? Oh shit. Okay, 3 of Swords, King of Wands. Yeah, so it was hurting her that he was being a bit of a player from the Himalayas. King of Wands is usually not the character card you want to see when it comes to engagements, marriage. They can be, but 9 times out of 10, a King of Wands, they're going to keep their options open. 3 of Swords, very heartbroken by this. You know, jeez. Someone who's not afraid to take action, confidence as well. They're an entrepreneur. What was her energy like, please? Very ambitious. She had a lot of goals, a lot of aspirations still that she hadn't gotten to do is what I'm seeing. Hangman. Isolation, or the Hangman can be a change of perspective, sacrifice, needing to let something go. So she had a completely different perspective of him than what she did when they first met, you know? Like her whole perspective of him had changed. How she viewed him changed over time. What is this? Oh, Wheel of Fortune. Karma, destiny, things that were fated. She feels like he deserves some type of karma for this. And again, this trip, it's like she knows this trip was meant to change her mind. This trip was meant to make her view him in a different light. Oh, I'm loyal. I promise I'm going to make this right. I'm showing you I'm serious because I want to marry you. Can't you tell I'm serious? 2 of Wands. And it's like with her, at this point, I need more than just a trip or a bag or a car or some money for this to work. Okay, and look, you have the Queen of Wands in reverse. So she's viewing him as someone who was definitely getting around. Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, what was her energy like, please? Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like rejecting an offer here. 3 of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. It kind of feels like she didn't know he was going to propose to her. Yeah, and it's like, I had to reject you, but I wasn't trying to embarrass you or hurt your fucking ego with this King of Wands. Oh, yeah, you can't make this up. Here it is, the Hierophant, like rejecting a marriage, the proposal, the offer here. What was her energy like, please? And you know, another thing too, it's like she knew her money was going to slow down if she separated herself from him, but it's kind of giving like that might be the sacrifice I have to make if I want to get the hell out of this. So she was already in the energy of trying to leave or wanting to leave. It's just didn't really know how to, you know. Ooh. Yeah, 4 of Cups. She was over it already. Very much so over it. Maybe got to a point where she was ignoring his calls and his texts. Don't want to answer. I don't even want to talk to you. I told you there was some type of isolation or distance between the two of them before. And he does not like that she was holding back. Yeah, look, fight, arguing. Damn. So it's like she really had to defend herself with him. Okay? Again, there's the fight, the argument. 5 of Wands. 7 of Wands is kind of defending yourself, standing up for yourself. She could have stopped being in the energy of, I'm hearing submissive. She could have stopped being in the energy of just letting him talk to her crazy or yell at her, demean her. And this time, it's giving, she stood up for herself. She was like, you know, you're not going to talk to me like that, is what I'm getting from her. You know, it's like, no, I'm standing up for myself this time around. You've got a lot of planets in the sign of Aries, so it's definitely giving confrontational. Like, you want to pop off, I can pop off too. There's about 6 or 7 planets in Aries right now, so holding your tongue in cheek, trying to make people feel better, holding yourself back is just not the recipe right now. Hence why she could have been very, you know, in this mood or in this energy of, I'm standing up for myself. You want to fight me? I can fight back too. Wow. What is this? Two of Cups. Yep. And she knows he wanted to start over with her, but she was really holding back from him. She didn't want to reconcile as much as he did. Even though, again, she had feelings for him, cared about him. She could have even loved him for real with this Two of Cups, but it's just the verbally aggressive nature, maybe gaslighting, narcissism, and also too dealing with other people. It just became too much for her. Yeah, look, the Emperor in the reverse, the Lovers. Wow. It's just, I love you, but after a certain period of time, you're not the man I thought you were with this Emperor here. And oh yeah, look, the Four of Wands. And she was confused. She wasn't sure if she wanted to marry that man or not. So again, I said yes, just to make you feel better. But behind the scenes, behind closed doors, she could have rejected it and said no. Yeah, the Fool, because she was trying to release herself, trying to free herself from this. Ugh. And it's kind of giving like she could have taken a little while to even say that or tell him, like, actually, I don't think I want to do that. It was hard for her to do that. It was hard for her to say that. But she had to really step into her power to be able to say that and do that. And this was the result. Wow. Yeah, look, Seven of Swords. I told you, strategizing, planning, trying to figure out how to get the hell out of this. Even if that meant taking a financial loss, she didn't even care anymore. And again, she said yes to this trip when her heart was telling her to say no, to reject it. Yep, the Judgment card, but she didn't listen. And you see, there's an angel here waking up people from the dead, literally. A wake-up call, a judgment call. So it's like she didn't even get a chance to really fully strategize her plan to get out of Dodge before, she was called to the upper room, unfortunately. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles, there was definitely money involved. Ace of Cups, yep. Eight of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. She had a lot of goals, a lot of ambitious dreams, a lot of things that she wanted to do, maybe as an influencer or with a business she was building. He could have been helping her financially to support this business, but it's like she never really got a chance to do it or start these things. Yep. And then you've got the High Priestess with all this money, things that are secret, hidden money, things you don't know about. Ooh, okay. Again, she didn't really follow her intuition because I'm not going to lie, it's kind of giving, materialism, money, finances. He's doing all this for me. I might as well just go. Or I don't know if I'm ready to leave because of all this money and the lifestyle I'm getting from this. But her intuition was trying to tell her, listen, you can start over. It's not worth it. You can start over. But she went back. She went back. And you can definitely see with the High Priestess here, this woman looks like an investigator or a homicide detective. It's giving like working in tandem, working in collusion with these people overseas. Three of Wands. And who are these people overseas? Law enforcement with the King of Swords. Police. The people who are what? Doing the investigation. Secretly, privately, behind the scenes with this High Priestess. King of Swords. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles, King of Cups. Wow. And here she is, Queen of Pentacles for the wife. Or again, I'm telling you, he may have been divorced and married and wanted to remarry with her. It definitely feels like working behind the scenes. Okay, a lot of money involved with law enforcement, police, people investigating this situation. And you even have like an interracial couple here on this card, a white guy and then a black girl. And then you have a white girl and a darker skinned man on this card. So it was definitely like a money play to exploit their relationship, basically, okay? Wow, very interesting. Jeez. Yeah, the only thing that worries me is like I don't know if the police that are over there in Tanzania are going to do anything about it, because there's a lot of money involved in this. Wow. And again, she viewed him as like a liar, someone who's very sneaky, okay, with the Seven of Swords, and she had to make a judgment call. But this makes me feel like she definitely was blocked out of her intuition, or didn't listen to her intuition, okay? And forgiveness, reconciling with him was something like she knew that maybe she shouldn't have done, but she did anyway. It's like, let me give him one more chance. And it essentially ended up costing her life at the end of the day. So, you know, it's very sad, very unfortunate. Definitely sending a hug through the phone to her family and her loved ones and all of that. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I hope that it was insightful. Definitely leave a like. It's absolutely free. Share if you care. Subscribe if you have not already. I would love to have y'all here, part of the family, okay? Thank you guys so much. I love you guys so much. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.